Mr. Lotito, what would be your address to young generation of Europeans, why they should stay? We understand that you stay because of greatest sentiment towards Italy, but not everybody shares this patriotic view.
They must believe to have a green field of opportunities in Europe because many things are changing in the sentiment of the politics, of the institution, of the investors and of large corporate in Europe. Everyone is looking to European technology, to European startup in a different way in front of few years ago. So in the next future we will have a green field, a huge green field of opportunity in Europe. They must believe that it's possible to grow big companies in IT and in technology, e-commerce, starting from their country.
Why do you think till now Europe failed to have one common market for technology?
The common market is one problem. The environment for startups is another problem. The thing that hugely developed the Silicon Valley, the US environment, was a startup environment devoted to create the best condition to enhance, to grow big companies in e-commerce, in high-tech, in IT, in many fields, and many pieces compose this environment. Financial environment, politic, IP protection, the corporate that adopt the technologies, because if you have no adoption from large corporates, from institutions, you have no possibility to market your solution.
Sorry, what's the biggest failure of European institutions in that regard?
It's a huge question. Probably the attention for the small companies or startups, and probably to understand the difference from a small company and a startup, because a small company can remain a small company for all his life. A startup can grow really rapidly and needs a low financial, regulatory environment completely different from small companies.
Tell me, what would be the ideal policy for young or inventors? Because in the United States they are protected, there is a state policy to protect intellectual property, but Europe is lagging behind. So how they can stay in Europe, inventors, if they are not protected on the state level?
I think that the first step is education, because there is few education about the intellectual property, about the way to obtain, to grant a patent, to preserve your intellectual property during the time. It's very difficult to study, to understand how, and to be educated in university or in other environment. This is a problem in Europe that must be solved.
Do you believe there can be a European Silicon Valley in our next few years?
I hope to have a distributed Silicon Valley in many countries with excellence that will able to develop their own ideas from their country. So we will not concentrate everything in 100 kilometers like in Silicon Valley. Probably we will have a distributed European Valley.
So you think it will be like our national valleys? It won't be one European hub?
Yes. We will. I hope that we will be able in Europe to develop national hub very strong that can empower startups to grow very fastly and to compete in the global market.
So why did you come then for European Summit if you strongly believe in national markets?
Because we come here, we were invited. It was an honor for us because we are the only startup present in this event. But I think that it's important to listen to the voices of startups also in the next years, because the real way to grow a strong innovation, not in high-tech, in all the industries in Europe, is to take startup in the center of the attention. I give you only one forecast of Gartner, that is the most important analyst analyst company for IT. In 2020, 1 deal on 3 in the IT market will be done by newcomers, by startups, 1 on 3. So there is a huge field of opportunities for new companies, for new ideas, and we must start from there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.